forever ago, I guess I saw Elon Musk tweeted out some fake story that the new Pirates of the Caribbean was going to be a black woman playing the Johnny Depp character. And
Okay.
he was like, "What is this?" And it was fake. It was like made up, but they used a real black woman actor. Like they're like, "She's been cast as the Johnny Depp character. She's the new Jack Sparrow." And I guess she got death threats over it. It was a whole meltdown.
Oh, I did see that. I didn't know it was fake. I didn't look into
Yeah,
it.
they were
The
not
whole
going to make
movie's
a
fake. They're not making a new.
yeah,
Pirate?
exactly. They're not
Okay.
they're not going to make a black woman Captain Sparrow. Although that's not like crazy talk. Like you can understand why someone might. I mean,
It doesn't sound unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
not-
they'll
not-
be like, "We're making a movie about Achilles," and it's like, "Well, why is fucking Denzel Achilles?" Like,
Did you see
what are
who
we
the
doing?
new Snape is for in the Harry Potter show?
No idea.
Oh, I did.
It's a black man, Taylor.
Why don't they just make it a
Adam
white guy
Driver. Why don't they make it Adam Driver, the most
Yeah.
Snape-looking, snapiest
who is
motherfucker that ever
Adam-
snaped? Adam
is he-
Driver.
he's from
Played
Star Wars?
in Star
Yeah,
Wars.
Yeah,
He's kind
amazing
of
actor.
weird.
Oh
shaped
my
body.
god, this guy! I'm not a Harry Potter guy or a Star Wars guy. This not casting this guy as Snape is criminal. That's insane. He looks exactly like he has the same hair.
Ah, they nailed it.
See that seems like a stretch.
So
to me.
leave that up for a second, Zach. So I know you don't know the Harry Potter story like letter by letter. So let me
I know
remind
Snape,
you
yeah.
a little bit how Snape fits into the character, especially in his early life. So what they will have to depict in a manner where we're sympathetic to the Potters, you will have to have a white man come in and steal this black man's white girlfriend away from him when he's a little kid and bully this black boy relentlessly with his all-white group of friends and laugh at him and hang him upside down and make fun of his quote greasy hair. That's how the story goes.
Easy solution.
Give him greasy hair.
Cast everybody as black and
Well,
like
and-
it's the Wiz.
Just remove white people entirely from the story.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that seems pretty dumb. Seems like this guy Snape looks exactly like Adam Driver. They even have this. They have the exact same hair.
Well, somebody clearly has shopped that hair on top of Adam Driver, which is completely unnecessary if you just use a picture of him from fucking Star Wars, because he wears a cloak and he wears his hair like that in Star Wars. It's a travesty that they're not.
Is this
casting Adam
confirmed
Driver.
though?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Oh, so like that's just stupid. Why needlessly replace? Or it's just some woke casting director and a bunch of like left-leaning people in the
Do you think Trump
production.
can do anything about this?
Yes.
I mean, if they brought Lord of the Rings back and they tried to make Frodo or Gandalf or Aragorn black,
No, Arwen.
that's
Arwen would
when
be the
I'm
black
hitting
one.
the protest.
What if they make Arwen?
Which one's Arwen?
Arwen is Aragorn's love interest.
Liv Tyler character.
Oh, Liv Tyler. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if we make her Queen Latifah?
I have a different pet name for her.
No, I don't like Queen Latifah in that role. She's fat, and she's black. And Arwen is not black. Arwen is an elf.
Maybe she could be like a
It's like written 1,000 times
dark
that
elf.
elves were fair skinned.
I am a dark elf from Africa.
Dark elves are not part of Lord of the Rings. That's other
No?
fantasy. And dark in that doesn't even mean black. It means like it's dark as in like sinister. Like these are dark elves. They're working with underground kind of corrupt
I think in Baldur's Gate,
machinations.
there's like a dark version of like the gnomes and the dwarves. I think they're the Dwagar, maybe, but they're like sort of a blue.
It's called the
people.
Dwemer. Yeah.
The Dwemers and they're both. I think they're both things. I get a little confused with all the made up nonsense that I have to remember. Speaking of, I don't like that Zendaya and Tom Holland get in the same movie. It just, what are the odds that they were both the best person for each of their roles and they have
Zero,
to be dating?
probably.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And it's like, look, I like
Wait,
Christopher
we talking
Nolan.
about Spider-Man?
Tom Holland. Yeah.
The movie you're talking about.
Boy,
though.
bro, why she webs at me hand? That guy, yeah.
I know which guy. You said, what are the odds that they both get in it?
Yeah, like they're both in the new Christopher Nolan movie or whatever. The one Odysseus, about Odysseus. Like
Oh, okay.
they're both.
I thought you were
in
talking
that
about
movie
Spider-Man, the movie. Like, what are the
Yeah.
odds they were both in there? And I'm like, they met on that set.
Yeah, he's safe with that one. That casting, don't find
That's where I
suspect at all.
misunderstood.
Although,
Okay.
is she Mary Jane? Did they just make Mary Jane black, or is she a different character?
I'm not positive.
Damn, Tom Holland is a real little fella.
He's a smaller guy.
Is that why Is Spider-Man supposed to be a little guy? Is that part
Not
of the lore? Like he's a slight.
He's a nerdy guy. I always think of him as tall and lanky, but my version of Spider-Man, like that I grew up with, is the animated version where Mary Jane's a fucking redhead too. So I don't know what's going on these days.
Okay.
So she's not Mary Jane exactly. Her name is Michelle, and her initials are MJ, is kind of a nod to a similar character, but she's not
Fair.
Mary Jane.
That doesn't bother me in the slightest. That name, it's never that I mind a different race being involved in my movie film. It's always just wanting to stay true, or as true as we can, to the what we started with, unless it like benefits the project. What I just explained a minute ago, why I'm making Snape a black guy, like, is a bit of a problem for some of Snape's storylines.
But also, it's just like
Story
keep
arc.
it consistent with the lore and what it is. Like that's what it should be. Like in Lord of the Rings, for example. Like if Boromir out of the fucking blue was black, it'd be like, what the fuck's going on? Why is everybody else in Gondor white? Like this doesn't make sense. This is,
You know what?
This is jarring, and it's making me acknowledge that I'm watching a movie right
None
now.
of you
and
guys
that's
had my
not
back
good.
when it was Little Mermaid.
No,
I
I
had this
did.
connection to Little
Dude,
Mermaid.
you know we had your back on that.
If I recall,
I was making
literally
jokes because
said,
she can't
I don't
swim.
care.
No, if I recall, I said I don't care about this like enormously because it's not my wheelhouse, but it is ridiculous to just take a redhead character or something and be like, all right, you're black now.
It was my daughter's like go-to Halloween costume. She was always the Little Mermaid. She did it like multiple times. She won a Halloween costume contest as Little Mermaid. Like our family has this connection to this little redhead. As she got older, she was Kim Possible.
Yeah, the Kim Possible. So she
Go get her a bow and she can
seamless
be the girl from
transition.
Brave.
It would
but
be
no, I'm
different
on your-
if like
no.
as what Woody brought up before, like it would be different if it was a two-way street at all. But it's literally never once been a two-way street in the modern
I can
era.
prove you wrong.
in the modern
When?
era.
All
In
the
the modern
muggers have turned white. Checkmate.
Oh,
That's true. You watch an ADT commercial and you got some guy named Eric trying to break in your house.
It's me outside your house wearing a fucking stocking cap. Look.
I am
Stop!
here for your valuables. Yeah, but it is retarded, and you have to be an actual
mid-30s
moron.
white clean cut guy to break into your home wearing a stocking cap in the middle of the day. But I'm alarmed at the loud noises. I'm shocked.
It's just like replacing white people in media. And it's like you genuinely have to be a retard not to notice that, because it's not like they're like, oh, we made a movie about Shaka Zulu and we've got William Shatner in it. And it's like, what? Like that would never slip by the goalie. No one would ever even attempt that because it would be so absurd. But they'll be like, yeah, we're making a movie about King Leonidas, and he's going to be played by this really skilled sub-Saharan African we hired out of the Congo. And it's
You
like,
want a movie recommendation? An old movie recommendation? Watch Zulu. Watch Zulu.
Zulu.
It's a true story of I think it's Rourke's Drift.
Isn't
or
that sad?
Rourke's
All
Mission
the
or
Zulus
something?
get fucked up.
The Zulus were not the good guys. The Zulus were a warring tribe, raping, pillaging, and massacring under Shaka Zulu.
You're coming off his judgment.
I mean, they may colonialism. Yeah, those were the good guys wearing the red coats with the fucking 303s. They it's got a couple of actors you'll recognize. There, who's the guy that plays fucking Alfred? Some people just want to watch well burn.
I'm Michael Caine.
It's got Michael Caine in it when he's blonde.
Look at you. This is like the 4th time tonight I've had to help you with the fucking accent.
I got it.
You didn't get it until I got you there, mate. Your
Miles off.
father.
Taylor's carrying him on accents. I'm getting actors' names.
Yeah,
Well, that's what he was talking about.
Mate.
That's a true story, though. It's like
Zulu.
300 redcoats holding out against 5,000 Zulus with spears and a few rifles and shields, and they just keep charging into like rifle fire. Very good movie.
And would you have been taken out of that movie if Shaka was like a red-haired dude? Because I would.
He's not in the movie, but I'll tell you what: if one of the white like redcoat colonels had just inexplicably been a black woman, I don't think I'd have bought it.
Yeah,
Did you
of course
see
not.
Shaka Zulu, the TV series?
No, but I know a bit of the story. What was the TV series like?
It was said to be really good. I was young. I thought maybe you might have caught it. The actors were fit. That burned into my memory.
Yeah, that would be a
Dude,
requirement.
that's so funny. Like I always have in my head, like Shaka Zulu. Yeah, he ran around with a hide shield and a spear. So that must have been the year 200. And then you look it up and it's like, born a little after the signing of the Declaration of Independence. like this.
I'm surprised he's that old.
Yeah, I thought he was going to say like 1930 or something like that.
Like there were TV shows coming out.
I don't know when the Rourke's mission thing happened, but my guess would be like 1875 to somewhere around there. Because they had rifles with bullets, with cartridges, but not muskets or anything. But it's crazy the amount of them that they killed defending that mission. They lined up in like rows of 3, like one row kneeling and one row above them and one row above them, and it's like fire and then reload and then fire and then they're reloading.
How would you have done better if you were a Zulu? Like
left. They're down there.
There's no way to win.
Leave them right there. Wait till their water runs out. Why are we going down there?
Siege
Why are we going down there? Yeah, I wouldn't go down there. They got.
So they had the height advantage.
Yeah, they got them completely surrounded. Oh, literally 5,000 men, if I remember correctly. If it's not 5,000, then it's way more. It's not a case of one of those overcounting in history thing. This was a massive, overwhelming force that had them surrounded with the high ground, and they're down in this. You can see every inch of this. There's no slinking away in the darkness through the tree line or something. Don't picture that. They're down there in a mission. There's a church. There's a medical building. There's some stockyard stuff like animal livestock, but there's no fortress to be had. They just dug ditches and built little lean-to walls and held out.
The siege is a great idea. I was wondering how to close the distance. Like a bamboo shield's not going to get it done, right? Bullet will tear right through that. A thicker log shield, can you carry that? And then I don't know.
They were really married.
The only way
to
win would be siege. Like that,
the Zulus were really married to a tactic that was based on the horns of a bull. You'd have you'd have a central force and then 2 flanking forces, and they kept attempting that. At parts they would have guys crawl. There was a lot of tall grass, so they wouldn't just start at you from 300 meters and close to 0. They might crawl within 100 yards of you, and then out of nowhere pop up and start sprinting at you with a spear in one hand and a shield in the other. And the rifles they have, you got a shot, and then the next shot's real hard to get in there. It's like pull back and then put a bullet in and then close it back together and then shoot. You can close with that guy and start fighting him with a spear real quick. So they're bayoneting people too along the way. It was a crazy. It's a good movie.
It sounds like a reload takes like 3 seconds.
Maybe if you were 3-4 seconds, maybe. You gotta have the bullet ready to go too. It's gotta be I don't know, something like that. Yeah. But there were that's a great movie, and it's a true story. I saw I remember we bought that movie out of that bin in Walmart in like 1992, and then it stayed in my bedroom until 2005, and then I carried it with me to Atlanta, and it was destroyed. It was destroyed in a flood. No, I had the Topless Women DVDs in like, what was that in? It was in like Lord of the Rings, because you had a lot of discs in there. You could fold that bitch out and stick a porno in there easy.